First battle of these two teams ended in a 2-2 draw, and now one of these teams looking for a W this Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to one and all, as the Dayton Steph Bantam A1 goes against the Owensboro Puck Hogs for the second time this Saturday. Lee W. Mound with you here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports, sponsored by Dayton Children's Hospital. Thanks for tuning in and making us a part of your Saturday, as Link and Russell battled in the first game, where Dayton took a 2-0 lead. Owensboro battled back to tie it, and neither squad could muster a goal in the third period to take home the W. Trulson will go in the net for Owensboro the second game, and it will be Dalton in this battle for Dayton. Originally it was supposed to be Dalton for game 1 and Russell for game 2. It was flip-flopped. Owensboro going up the ice and Dayton flying down it, back in the red jerseys, and Owensboro back in the gray kit, and looking to strike quickly. Shot at the heart from Payne to Dalton. Saved by the Dayton goalie. 8 seconds in. Good quick movement by Payne. He had one of the two Owensboro goals in the first match. We're 8 seconds in, and no score. Face off to the left of Dalton, controlled by Morgan of the Stealth. Sweeps away from Owensboro. Picked up now. I believe that was C. Howard with the offering. I believe that's Payne with an option. Dalton sliding over towards the left. 30 seconds into the first. And another save by Dalton, who's had all the action thus far in the first 32 seconds of the match. 13:28 remains in the first. 1-0 the score in favor. Make it no score. Saying 1-0, I was thinking of last game, sorry. Starting to run between each other. There's C. Howard at the left point for the Puck Hogs. Picked up now by Crabtree. Crabtree going towards the right face-off circle, circling the wagons with intense speed, shaking off his defender now. He looks to drop it in the slot, and sending it wide was Howard, E. Howard. And there's Dalton holding on to the loose puck with 13:04 to go in the first period. Lots of offensive attack for Owensboro. You can argue it's about a 60-40 offensive trip for Owensboro in that first game. You can also argue about 50-50. But so far in this match, just about a minute in, Owensboro has had a couple shots on Dalton, looking for a very quick 1-0 lead. Now the stealth look for the first chance against Trulson, heading towards the Owensboro goalie. He has it, the loose puck stays in front of Trulson, and Kimmons had his stick knocked away. Kimmons trying to get his stick away from the goalie. Now here's Dayton with a turnaround one-timer, Trulson save. Morgan trying to keep the puck in Dayton's attacking zone. 12.5 to go in the first. 0-0. Morgan knocked down. Holder, big key on the 2-2 draw along with Firewire and Adams. Fireline, excuse me. Good defensive play by Owensboro. Very entertaining 2-2 draw. A whistle, and our first penalty of the game happening the 1:55 mark, as it's roughing the call. This is head coach Chad Barber's Owensboro Puck Hogs taking on Coach Dan Morgan's Dayton Stealth, and it will be a power play for the Puck Hogs via Stealth rough. I want to say that's Morgan in the Dayton sin bin. .12:05 to go in the first. Owensboro with the first power play of the game. Doesn't get to Dalton on that shot, as the power play unit traps the puck in their attacking zone. Mackay now on the defensive recovery. It's at the point. Flipped in by Fireline. Now it's Brands coming up with it for Dayton. 22 seconds into this power play. Dayton now trying to flick it away from the defender Fireline. Kept in by the Hogs. Sent around the cage. Here's Brands with it. Adams waiting on the other point, and now Dayton on the PK. Drive it into the neutral zone. Everard taken down, carrying the puck. Augustine. Mackay back up for the Dayton wingman. Drop towards the corner as the power play and penalty kill cell will swap off halfway through. No score. 3 minutes in. Shoe knocked down. Crabtree chasing him. Shoe's got the puck. Tails it away. Fireline gets the loose puck and sends it down the length of the ice. Well away of Payne. And off the end boards it will bounce. It is icing going against Owensboro. No score with 10:43 to go in the first. Face off towards the right of Trulson. It's Crabtree. Goes against Shoe for the face off. 38 seconds remain on the power play. Wide on that shot. Here comes Holder. Payne, the left wing. Drops it around the corner, and since Payne was behind the red line, it was icing, and we'll bring it back in front of Trulson. With 10.5 to go in the first, 25 seconds remain on the power play. Crabtree again takes the face-off from Dayton's Shoe. Payne and Roberts waiting in front of their goalie. Picked up by C. Howard. Circles the wagon. 20 seconds to go on the first 5-on-4 of the game. Here's C. Howard again going for Roberts. Kept in by DeBraz. C. Howard still on the chase. Here's Shoe picking it away. The power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5 as Dayton's shot in front of the blue is deflected by Owensboro. Twist and tangled away as Payne going to work on the left. Tipped away to Jensen. Jensen moving it forward. Hayes got it for Dayton. 9:40 to go in the first. No score. Here from South Metro Sports in the first period. These two teams drew 2-2. Dalton stretches over. And looks like he's made the stop right by the goal mouth. 9:31 remaining in the first. Owensboro back on the attack. Still no score. The Puck Hogs are 0 for 1 on power plays. Dayton yet to go on one early on. Zip towards the point. It's Holder offering, and Dalton catches the wide puck. And we'll do it again now with 9:26 remaining in the first. 4 of 6 hockey matches for you here. Next one will be round 2 of Stealth DeRosa squad against the Athens Bobcats. Never gets to Dalton in traffic. And now here's a flip. Jensen trying to feed Kimmins. Jammed up with the Puck Hogs defense. Girton moves it up front. Girton's got it. Got a couple options. Going to Wilson on the far left. Also that Hill, the short left. The referee jumps as Holder and Kimmins come down the right flank. Here's Jensen. He'll try a shot. Rainbows it over Holder and Trulson. 8:45 to go in the first period. 0-0. Second battle of Owensboro against Dayton here at South Metro. Bats it back. Here's a one-timer from the point. Stays wide to Trulson. Slides over towards his left. A good read. Move forward as Wilson gets past the pointman and McKay. Here's a shot from the left face-off circle, wide of Dalton. 8:20 to go in the first. 0-0. Towards the left. Fireline misses his check on Shoe. Here's Shoe looking for someone in the slot. Salboom, the closest one, on the opposite side of Trulson. Now the point. Shoe blocked. Arm goes up. And the penalty, with 8 minutes to go in the first, is a tripping call. Tripping call against Shoe, and the Dayton Stealth puts Owensboro back on the power play with exactly 8 minutes to go in the first. Owensboro 0 for 1 so far. And we'll drop it in front of Dalton, the second game starter. Actually, we'll keep it in a neutral zone. Looked like everyone was heading back. And the face-off puck goes all the way towards the far boards. Fireline scoops it off the glass. Surprised it didn't hit the protective net. It does have a natural slouch over the glass here at South Metro Sports on the left boards. Here's Adams going up top for T-Burke. Here's Schultz. 22 seconds gone from the power play. Still scoreless here at South Metro. Watching on YouTube. Thanks to our sponsor, Dayton Children's. Here's an offer. Dalton reads it well in traffic. Had a red jersey, had a gray jersey in front. And Dalton records the stop with 7:24 to go in the first. And 1:24 to go on this power play for Owensboro. Currently 0 for 1. Face-offs to Dalton's left. Dropped on the ice in front of Crabtree. Around the corner, through the leg of C. Howard, and all the way back to Trulson. It's off Owensboro, so no icing. The power play unit's got to play it as Holder going up top, looking for Roberts. Roberts finds Crabtree in the middle. Crabtree, the centerman, swagging around. His shot saved by Dalton. Picked up by Dayton. From the stealth bench, Holder keeps it in. 55 seconds to go on the second power play for the Borough. Dayton on the PK for the second time this match. Here's Mackay. Drops it towards the corner. Holder's going to get there first. Almost C. Howard was looking for it instead. Holder drives it. Goes for Roberts on the right wing. Roberts straight ahead for Crabtree. Pulls a shot shy of the face-off circle. Loose puck. Kept away by Dayton's defense. 28 seconds to go on this power play and 6:26 to go in the first. As we're still scoreless here. Sent wide to Trolson. Salboom unable to finish it. That was high. Would have had to finish it with his shoulders for any chance. Here's Payne now. Payne cutting straight through. Had the first Hogs goal of the first game. 5 seconds remain on the power play as Dayton's Everard. He's got it. And the power play expires as Shu has served his 2. And the Puck Hogs are 0 for 2 on the power play. And fresh off the bench is Jensen on the right wing. Jensen takes a strong shot underneath the goalie. And no one there in red to finish the job. Here's a shot that goes high at Trolson. As it's picked up by Morgan. Now Kimmons trying to help out with 5:34 to go in the first. Laheka helps out the cause for Adams. We'll take it up slow. Adams takes the right side, twists and tangle up. The arm goes up and a whistle. And a face-off towards Trolson. That's icing. Last touch by Adams in front of the Owensboro bench. It's Laheka taking this face-off. Dropped in front of Laheka. Coming up with his Krang. Had the second goal to tie the game. Looks for the first goal here. Save off Dalton. Loose puck. Quickly jumped on top by Dalton. Nice read by the Dayton goalie. Krang looking for 2 today. 5:12 to go in the first. Face off over to the right of Dalton. Shy of fire line. They'll send it around the left corner. Dalton directing traffic towards his left. Looking for Brubaker in the far corner. Up the side of the net. Loose puck. Lots of tangling. Now here's Dayton. Dayton takes the left wing. It is a congested 2-on-2 with 3 Puck Hogs quickly getting there too. Holder zips by Salboom. Able to get there in time. Here's a shot. That's off the side of the net. Trying to keep it in as Hayes gets it around 1 driver and Brubaker. 4:32 to go in the first. Nothing. Hammered off the left boards. Dayton. Wilson slows it down. Salboom right there. Mackay has it. Behind the back of Rogers. Takes the left wing. Hammers into a Puck Hog in front. Wilson comes up with a loose puck. Rogers now looking for Shu. And jammed away. Loose puck race. As E. Howard gets there. And it's icing on Owensboro. Icing on Owensboro. I thought that E. Howard was going to get there first. Face off to the right of Trolson. E. Howard sets off for the face-off. Everard gets it loose. The goalie quick jumps towards it. Here's Holder behind the back of DeBras. Now here's Morgan setting it up on the right wing with 3:48 to go in the first. Still scoreless here at South Metro Sports. If this period finishes scoreless, there'll be 2 periods in a row between these two squads with not a goal scored. Collision right by the blue line. Everard picks up the loose remains. Quick defensive jump by Schultz. Holder wanting the puck back. Holder staying on the ice as DeBraw's right back there. Augustine picks it up. Here's a send in for Trulson. A nice measure, starting up high but staying on his knees and knocking it down with 3:13 to go in the first period. Looking at the badge on the right side of the shoulder yoke, I believe that's the Buckeye Travel League logo. Trying to say if that was like a monument or something famous in Owensboro. Here's Payne looking for the first goal of the game, and it's directed wide by Dalton. Send back in's wide too. Owensboro back on the attack. Mackay out of the reach, and that'll be off Dayton, resulting in icing on the stealth. And back in front of Dalton we go with 2:50 to go in the first. Still scoreless here. Round number 2 of the Puck Hogs and Stealth. Bantam A1. Very busy day of hockey here. Bounce behind the cage of Dalton. Sent the other way. Kimmins cut off by Fireline at the point. Dayton comes up with loose puck as Fireline trying to barge the way in. C. Howard on top of it. 2:28 to go. C. Howard flips it high. Leave off a stealth stick. Jensen. And now here's a breakaway opportunity for Q. Burke. Burke swings at Payne, just flips it high. Good look there by Owensboro, just to flip high over the net. Looking top shelf. Owensboro squares back up for the attack. Here's Payne picking up by the right corner with 2:05 to go in the first. Fireline. Now Dayton Jensen, shot, nice save. The Owensboro goalie. Fireline picks up the loose remains, settled down in the neutral zone by Brands. 1:48 to go in the first. And delayed offside against Dayton is now officially offside with 1:46 remaining in the first. Lahaka squares up for the face-off. Adams and Holder there to clean up. And back the other way. I believe that's Hill. No, that's Krang. Down low, Dalton. Loose puck. Held on to by the Stealth goalie. 1:35 remains in the first. Face-off beat to the right. Still in the scoreless game. Lahaka takes another one. Stripped away by Rogers. Going behind the cage of Dalton. Here's Adams at the point. Controlled now by Krang. High over the cage of Dalton. Holder sends it back in. Past all the Puck Hogs. Now round again it goes. Under a minute to play in the first period. Scoreless affair between the Dayton Stealth and the Owensboro Puck Hogs out of Kentucky. Brands has to U-turn around. Hill hot on the trail for the puck. Stays with the Dayton defender. Nice fake by Mackay. Hill now stands in front. Nice tight pass for Dayton. Here's Shue bringing it onside. Rogers in front, blocked by Holder, controlled by Brands. Brands had a top shelf score for the first goal of the game against Link, who's the backup in the second game. 19 seconds to go in the first. Brands now behind the blue line, and offside goes Brands with 14 seconds to go. We'll drop it in the neutral zone, not before everyone's got a chance to change. Dayton goes for a wholesale swap, and Owensboro goes for 2 of a 5 swap. 14 seconds to go in the first. Still no goals for either squad. Hill now trying to kick it forward. Kick it sideways instead as Morgan attacks the left. Sends it towards the slot, and DeBrow's unable to get the puck home, and that's the end of the first period. We head to the second period after this hydration break here on the home of South Metro Sports on YouTube, sponsored by Dayton Children's. Owensboro 0, Stealth Bantam A1 0 here from Centerville, Ohio. Still scoreless after the first period between Owensboro and the Stealth, which means not only do we swap sides, but that's 2 periods in a row where Owensboro and Dayton haven't scored against each other. That'll be 3 scoreless periods in a row against Owensboro, 3 out of the 4 for the Puck Hogs, as Dayton now flying up the ice and Owensboro comes crashing down the ice. On the right side is E. Howard, stripped away at the corner by Hayes, avoids an incoming check by T. Burke. So down by the Hogs, away from Mackay. Jam job as Morgan had some pressure from behind, couldn't cleanly hold on to the puck. Hayes sends it back towards the neutral zone. Hayes has it again, keeps away from T. Burke in the slot. Closing in is Girton for Owensboro. 50 seconds into the second period. Zipped hard off the right boards, controlled by the defense. Now for Q. Burke. Hayes hard off the bench in front. Mackay fakes to Morgan, takes the left wing. Morgan onside, making Mackay onside. Lost the puck in traffic and still trickles wide of Trulson, excuse me. Shot at the goalie and held on by Trulson. Now stop the clock at 12:39 to go in the second. It's Trulson versus Dalton this battle. The first battle was Russell versus Link. Link allowed 2 first period goals, Russell 2 second period goals. And everything else was a shutout for the goalies. So far we played a period and some change of scoreless hockey. A real fun series to call this weekend. Here's Payne, comes up with it. You on the chase. Slowed down by Jensen as Dayton in their own zone. Brand's going to work, trying to zip it around the corner. Holds on strong against Crabtree. Nice pass up for Kimmins on the right. One-on-one battle, sent back in by Owensboro. And continuing to send it down towards the Zamboni corner. Brands has it. Crabtree closing in. Kimmins now, right wing time. Kimmins zips towards his left. Nice block in the neutral zone. Schulz comes up with it. Right wing time, flips it. Looks for Jensen. Can't connect to Jensen. Some open ice to work with, and Dayton's got there first. Now Owensboro's Payne. Payne still driving. Lost it by the slot. Kimmins, loose puck, swept away. Scholes on it. And picked off freshly off the bench as Laheka knocked down. And a whistle and tripping will be called. Laheka came fresh off the bench. Had a nice drive with it, heading towards Dalton. But knocked down shy of the slot. And that will put Owensboro on their 3rd power play of the game. The Hogs are 0 for 2. Dayton yet to go on one. 11:28 to go in the second. A nothing affair between the Puck Hogs and the Stealth. Shoes squares up for the face-off. Morgan in front of his goalie, Dalton. Shu had a piece of it. Here comes Hayes and gets a clear. In upper levels, that's a clear. And Bantam, that's icing. We'll drop it back in front of Dalton with 11:20 to go in the second. 1:53 to go in the power play. Laheka again and Shu for the face-off. And dropped through the legs of Shu, picked up by the Red Tops. Augustine, sharp left curve, feeds Shu. Lots of open room for Shu to work, but he goes back towards the Hogs, bringing it up defensively. Dropped in the corner by Augustine. And now controlled by Owensboro. 3 minutes gone from the second. Still a scoreless affair, and Owensboro working on the third power play. Shot at Trulson, saved by the Owensboro goalie. Now 1:26 remains on the power play for the Puck Hogs. Leading the attack so far in this match. Drop to the left of Trulson, now controlled by Schulz. Dayton sends it on the opposite side, looking for a shorthander goal. DeBraz towards the slot. Nice job by Owensboro. Nice job blocking the lanes of the Stealth. Here's DeBraz sending it wide. 1:07 to go on this power play for Owensboro. Almost carried forward by Wilson, which would have been trouble for the Stealth. Mackay being the closest one there. Rawls flips it forward. You on the chase. Owensboro gets it back. Still 47 seconds on a 5-on-4 to go. Chipped up front. Dayton sends it in. It's you. Schultz. Schultz moves it forward. Owensboro with 30 seconds to work. About past minutes. Had the puck in their own zone. Fireline comes up with a shot, but he's offside, and will bring it back to the neutral zone with 26 seconds left to go on this third power play for the Borough. 9:53 to go in the second. Scoreless affair. Hughes squares up to the Dayton side of the faceoff as Hayes with it. Angles it sharply off the boards. It'll still go for icing and bringing it back in front of Dalton with 9:46 to go in the second and 19 seconds on a power play. Like I mentioned, the next live stream will be the Stealth DeRosa squad taking on the Athens Bobcats. First result in that was a 7-3 Dayton win. Someone close to a hat trick, 1 goal away. Someone got a hat trick in that match. You in the cage of Dalton. Hayes picks it up. Crabtree almost picks it off. Now here's a shovel at the point. Crabtree trying to provide traffic. Dalton looking for the loose puck, and the power play is done. 0 for 3 is Owensboro on the power play. Almost scored there off the leg of Dalton, who tries to pounce on it. And the referee blows his whistle. And the referee's angle was with Dalton jumping on the puck. And the #1 rule of refs and whistles and seeing it, if you don't, you blow the whistle. Puck did trickle loose, but remember, we have that better advantage because we see left and right of Dalton. Referee could not. Now remember, everyone's human on this game of sport. Shu squares up with E. Howard. I do like the cursive on Owensboro's jerseys. Also, that number font is called Tiffany, and it's normally used for baseball jerseys. I know one of the colleges I work at, Wright State University, their baseball team uses that font for their baseball jerseys. Softball did for point two, but not anymore. Schultz sweeps it away. Nice pickup by Holder. I was complimenting the font, not saying anything else. Up front, Burke to Burke, and neither Burke can complete the tray, and Dalton's stick has flown up in his crease. He'll pick it back up, however, and set in the Owensboro bench. believe that's one of the coaches for Owensboro, donning the Air Force jersey. It's an important time to honor our veterans, no matter which branch of the military they may serve. All gave some gave all. Happy Veterans Day if you're an active or retired member of the military. Back to the action as Girton keeps it in the attacking zone for the Puck Hogs. 8:45 to go in the second. Nothing game. Very good defensive game. Augustine, left wing, looking to break that, trying to make the turn. Good defensive mark. Towards the slot, here's a shot, and Trolson says, to Scholl's opportunity. Good read by Owensboro's goalie. Now off to the races goes one Puck Hog. Here's a shot, and Dalton makes the catch on E. Howard's attempt. And that'll stop the clock at 8:19 to go in the second. Still scoreless here from South Metro Sports. Face off to the right is Morgan. Back away from the circle as you will take it against La Heca. And dropped towards the right side of the circle. Morgan comes up with it and flips it high, looking for the farthest member of the stealth. Blade, high stick call as Hayes able to play it. Hayes comes back for it, squeezes the puck carrier for Owensboro in the boards. Going for Morgan. Nothing, 7:53 to go in the second here on South Metro Sports YouTube. Sponsored by Dayton Children's Hospital. Hayes carries it towards the right. Chip behind the back of Jensen. Morgan now. Morgan straight ahead. Cuts his way to the far face-off circle. Flicks it behind for Jensen closing in. Jensen straight ahead. Shot. A save by Owensboro's goalie. Between these two squads, offense has been a premium. Just 4 goals cranked out in 4 periods and a half, let's say. Actually, a half point would be 7 to go the second, but you still get my point. Fun match to call. Fun match to watch, hopefully. Here's Mackay directly on the red line. Around. Here's Holder. These two teams tied at 2. Their first meeting earlier today. That'd be 11:30 in the morning. Lots of bodies squeezing on the right board. Here's Scholl's offering one. Here's Rogers. He flip it up top. And it goes behind the cage of Trulson. The depth perception up here looked like that could have curved down into the net, but that one stayed high. Rogers and 2 other members of the stealth trying to free the puck away. Owensboro sending all but 1. Actually, all but 2. And now Wilson being all but 1. Rogers trying to get it, knocked down. Owensboro has it with 6:33 to go in the second. Still scoreless here at South Metro. Coming back with it, looks like the Puck Hogs. That across, here's Rogers. Gets a stick from Holder, knocking his shot loose, and the penalty goes up, and it looks like Dayton will have the first power play of the game via cross-check. 6:14 to go in the second. We're scoreless. Owensboro 0 for 3 on the power plays. Dayton will have their first here. Everard will take this face-off for Dayton's first power play of the game. Morgan helping clean up in front of the blue line. Drop towards Morgan. Swept for Brands. He'll try another shot. That skips wide. Everett's got the pickup. The other circle. Out of the reach of Trulson. 1:43 to go on this power play for Dayton. Here's Brands with an offer. It sails wide. Trulson standing up, seeing what Brands can offer. He's got a long distance volley. I think that hits off the goalie as C. Howard now drives it. Over the stick of Brands. And now here's Payne, shot into Dalton. As the Dayton goalie holds up. 5:34 to go in the second. 1:20 to go in the power play for Dayton. 0-0 game here from South Metro Sports. 2 more hockey games to play in this Saturday. U going against E. Howard. Through the legs of a couple players. Here's E. Howard trying to connect it to T. Burke. Off the side of Dalton. Now at the right point, here's Adams off the puck hog stick. Nice idea by T. Burke, but that shot would have reached Dalton without the stick being lowered. Kimmins bounces up ahead, settled down by Adams. E. Howard now in the attacking zone with T. Burke setting up a screen. Here's a shot, and it's just batted wide. I believe it hits off Dalton, and we'll have a whistle. Interference and cross-checking have been called. 37 seconds remaining on Dayton's 5-on-4. Hayes to the box and E. Howard to the box. So 2 minors coincidentals, except I count 5 members of the stealth. It will stay coincidentals. 4:51 to go in the second. It remains 5-on-4. The 2 players will serve 2 minutes in the box. Will come out with 2:51 to go after the next dead puck. Rogers now in the left wing. 30 seconds to go on this first power play for Dayton. Rogers trying to find a way in. Onside he goes. Here's Brands bringing up the rear. Brands now around his defender. And Krang. Comes Schulz. Left up high off the glass. All the way back towards the Zamboni corner. 4:21 to go in the second. Pick up by the power play unit Brands. 3 seconds. Brands speeds ahead, and we're back to 5-on-5. 4:12 to go in the second. 0-0 between the Puck Hogs of Owensboro and the Stealth of Dayton. Of course, the Stealth is a nod to the history of flight here in Dayton, Ohio. You know, the Wright brothers. Actually, the Wright brothers airport's not too far from here. Here's some of the planes over the building sometimes. Here's Holder now. Going for Shue. And Shue's got some open ice to work. Jolson comes out of his crease. Shue puts on the brakes. Can't pull down a shot. He allowed the defense to catch up. Sent off to the pile. Still getting up from the previous attempt. And now a one-on-one the other way as Payne gets away from a stick. Shoots it, and Dalton holds on for a stop. 3:29 to go in the second. Payne with that opportunity will have a face-off to Dalton's left. If you told me that most of this game would be played scoreless, I would have laughed at you, but it's turning out that way. This was heading late into the third period, and you told me it'd be scoreless and there'd be another draw. I might believe you then, but remember, we still have about 17 minutes of hockey to play in this match as Morgan gets it away from Payne. Here's a snipe going for Augustine on the left wing. Augustine tried to sneak his way past Girton, and her arm goes up. Do we have another penalty about ready to be called, or is it offside? It's actually going to be offside. 3:05 remains in the second. No score here from South Metro Sports in the second battle between the Stealth and the Puck Hogs. First matchup was a 2-2 draw. Owensboro got the last 2 goals of the game in the second period. Dayton got the first 2 of the game in the first. The battle of Russell for Dayton and Link for the Borough. Augustine now left wing. 2 Hogs behind, 2 in front. 1 awaiting by the goalie. Loose puck ripped away in Owensboro. Nice opportunity here. However, Crabtree robbed of the puck with 2:43 to go in the second. Augustine awaiting on the left. Picked up by Girton. And the cage, as Holder sweeps it back. Heading all the way back off an Owensboro touch. And it's icing. 2:28 to go in the second. Still a scoreless affair between the Stealth and the Puck Hogs. We'll have another battle of the Athens Bobcats and the Dayton Stealth after this match. And later tonight at 7:30, it will be the Centerville Elks taking on the Eagles of Bishop Watterson of Columbus, Ohio. Centerville's game will be on Centerville Elks' YouTube page, which you can access on South Metro Sports. Schulz now goes up ahead. Opportunity for Jensen to bat one in. Wouldn't fall through. Two Hogs go on the back of Jensen. Owensboro comes away with a puck. Nice backhander, picked up by Brands by the red line. Both teams, it's been hard to open out routes. You have your couple opportunities of breakaways and steaming past the defense. But all in all, here's an opportunity and wide of the net. Back at Dalton, loose puck. And jammed away. Payne's coming for it. No, make that T. Burke coming for it. And T. Burke unable to get there. Flip back in the attacking zone as Owensboro still hungry for the first goal of the game as E. Howard awaits by the Zamboni door. Dalton breaks up that pass. Schulz now for Jensen. Kept away by Fireline defensively, and a whistle. Two arms go up. Two arms out of two. Can't disagree. It's offside. 1:27 to go in the second period. Some of the Stealth members from the DeRosa squad booing the Stripes playfully. We'll drop at center ice. Still scoreless here, nearly completing two periods of fun. Mackay drops it towards the far corner. Picked up by Fireline. Zips around the left corner. Morgan keeps it in the attacking zone. Towards the slot. No one there to finish it. Mackay will play it at the point. So Salboon deep. I think that's Fireline out there again. Morgan, no one to connect it with. And the last minute of the second period is Owensboro trying to send it deep in their attacking zone. Rogers trying to find Shu. Low out of his reach. Rogers picks it back up. Squeeze amongst the boards. Now controlled by Dayton in the corner. Morgan defensively away from Barber. Morgan straight ahead. Salboom. Cleanup job by C. Howard at the left point. Mackay by the Zamboni doors. 30 seconds in the second. Laheka batted down by Morgan. Looking for Brubaker. Now for the centerman and Shu. Swept away. Salboom looking back for Shu. Shu up ahead. Shu takes it, shoots it, and it's bouncing in front of the goal. Arm goes up. That's icing against Owensboro. That was possibly the best chance of the game. Trulson was over on the left. That puck bounced, I believe, in the powder blue crease. Face-off will be to the left of Trulson with 10.2 seconds to go in the second. Racing back for it is Brands. Has it in front of the red line. Sweeps it towards the corner. Blocked by Owensboro. Last second. Here's a wide offer. And we have played two periods without a goal between the Owensboro Puck Hogs and the Dayton Stealth. Third period awaits us. Will one of these teams get a win, or will we see two draws between Dayton and Owensboro? That's for you to watch here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Sponsored by Dayton Children's. Third period begins. Still scoreless here at South Metro Sports in round number 2 between the Puck Hogs of Owensboro and the Stealth of Dayton. The Hogs march up the ice and the Stealth fly down it, just like in the first period. As we are back to the action, around the corner, picked up by Payne, Dalton, and we'll have a whistle. I think I saw the referee should cross-check, perhaps. The sin bin door is open for Owensboro, and it is Payne going in. It'll be for 2 minutes. It's a minor on Payne and the Puck Hogs, and Dayton goes to work on their second power play. Finishing up a thought I never completely got across. It feels like in this match, neither team can really break out. I mean, you'll have your occasional breakaway opportunities, maybe, less than 5. See, there's not a lot of room to move. There's not a lot of room to complete passes as Owensboro sent that behind the red line, just barely behind the red line. It was close, but it's icing nonetheless against Owensboro. 10 seconds into Dayton's power play. A face-off in their attacking zone. The Stealth send Everett to battle with Crabtree. Both teams 0-4 on the power play. Both teams have yet to dent the scoreboard. The Bros trying to get it. And now here comes Dayton. Some open room. Crabtree intercepts that pass from Augustine. Brands and Morgan going back for the loose puck. 1:28 to go in Dayton's second power play of the game. 13:10 to go in the match. Coming in for the loose puck is Adams. Straight ahead looking for E. Howard. Adams on the red line. Off the hip of Morgan. Sends a sharp pass just out of the reach of Everett. Crabtree up front. Halfway through this power play, here's a high blast taken again by Brands. He scored one on Link. Going top left corner against the goalie, facing the right. Loose puck picked up by Dayton. 46 seconds to go on their second power play. 12.5 remains on the match. Still scoreless here. Whip on that attempt. Holder comes up within his own zone. Back to the neutral zone. Here's Dayton. DeBrose jammed up his stick. Squeezed between Adams and E. Howard. Now up ahead. Through the legs of Jensen. Nice feedback to Jensen. Waits at the right point, onside. Dayton drops it deep. Kimmings had a nice hold. Here's Holder off his knee. Trying to clear it away. Everett knocked down. The puck still right in that area. Adams will send it to the neutral zone, and that kills off the power play. 11:43 to go in the third. Still no score between Owensboro and Dayton. Mackay will go back for it, but no need. It's icing on Owensboro, and we'll bring it back in front of the Puck Hogs goalie. Laheka squares off for the face-off. Gray jerseys for the Puck Hogs, red for the Stealth. Controlled by the visitors. Here's Fireline. Sweeps it around, looks for Krang. Krang had a goal in that first game. Won't get the puck, however, from Hayes. Jensen bursts ahead. Jensen takes the right wing. Jensen swings around, shoots it off the goalie, back and score, Kimmins! Kimmins gets the rebound and puts it on home for our first goal of the game. And with 11:10 to go in the third, Dayton takes a 1-0 advantage against Owensboro and the Puck Hogs. In that possession, you saw a lot more movement with the puck, especially on the wings. First shot taken, the rebound comes to Kimmins, and Kimmins puts the rebound, tucks it past Trolson, And Dayton goes on top 1-0. Fireline controls it for the Hogs. Goes straight ahead for Wilson. Still plenty of time to be had. 11 minutes to go in the third. Anything can happen. Here's another shot. Trolson kicks it with his right leg. Feedback. Here's Rogers. And there's another save by Trolson. Exceptional goaltending for this series. On this second game alone. Woo-wee. If you like goaltending, well, you're getting your money's worth here. Slips past Brands at the left point. He's going to have to battle back. He's got Mackay helping out, but still Wilson stalking off the stick of Shu. Can't pick it up on the right wing. Owensboro has it. Fireline. Straight ahead. Over the stick of Hill. And icing going against Owensboro. 1-0 Dayton off Kimmons' score, which is the first goal between either of these squads since period number 2, about halfway through period number 2 of the first game. That ended in a 2-2 draw. Crabtree on Owensboro's side of things. Picked up now by Dayton. Brands trying to shoot one between the points. It's blocked up in front. Adams comes swooping in. Goes for T-Burke up front. In front of the red line, no icing. As Holder picks it, plays it, swings it over. Adams. Now T-Burke awaits. T-Burke trying to push it past DeBrose. Around the corners. Holder's there first. Can't get the puck, however. Took the shallow route, couldn't get it. Augustine, loose puck. Trolson, no chances. Nice, incredible jump on it with 9:41 to go in the match. And both teams will go for a wholesome change. Exception of Holder. He's staying on the ice for the Puck Hogs. Like I mentioned in the first game, Holder and Adams were really strong amongst the blue line. He's staying out there for an extra shift. Laheka trying to clear it. Nice save by Hayes off his right skate in front of Holder. And now here's Jensen trying to backhand one in. And it's a little bit wide. Holder twists his stick around Kimmons, who's got the lone goal in this game as Dayton leads 1-0. Holder back with it. Tangled up. Jensen has it for Dayton. You start to see the stealth locking down on the offensive possession. Save on Trulson's left leg. Picked up now by Girton. Now Yu shoots it. Score! Score for Yu. He flips it in, and Trolson goes towards his left, maybe a little bit too far to the left. And the Stealth now have a 2-0 lead for the second time in the series against the Puck Hogs with 2 quick goals in the third. Kimmons and Yu score the Dayton goals. 9:06 remains in the third. Game isn't over until the final buzzer. Remember, Owensboro tied it up with 2 goals quickly in the second of the first game. It's our first 2 goals of the match with under 9 to play, and Brands has it. Now here comes Hill. Nice movement by Hill. Trying to send it on the right side of the net. Sends a little bit wide, and Dalton makes the catch. With 8:48 to go in the third. Dayton looking for the win, which would be the first of either team in the series, as both teams drew 2-2. Here comes an offer. Dalton, nice measure, drops it in front. Could have been dangerous as Owensboro quickly crashed in the slot. And now here's a loose puck opportunity. Dayton's going to not get there in time. That's Fireline. Quick jump by the defenseman. Salboom trying to hold on to it. Now it finds Q-Burke's control. Burke takes the right wing, and here comes a delayed penalty. And it's going to be a Dayton penalty kill with 8:17 to go in the third. It's going to be an elbowing call. Originally I thought it would be a trip amongst the boards, or possibly a hold, but it's an elbow call, which is 2 minutes nonetheless. It's a minor elbow call. And a face-off to Dalton's left for this upcoming power play. Owensboro 0 for 3 with the man advantage. Dayton is 0 for 2. 8:12 and ticking down to go in the third. It's Owensboro trying to chow down into another 2-goal deficit on the day. Past Dalton, it will spin behind his cage. It's a quick race as Fireline there in front of the stealth bench. Feeding deep, T. Burke. T. Burke collides into the corner. Adams at the left point. And here's Crabtree on the shot. Hits off Dalton. After the shot, Dalton looked for the puck and then he fell down. Like a delayed, ow, I've been hit type of thing. No icing as it reaches the goal line. Owensboro plays it with a minute 15 to go on their 4th power play of the day. 7:26 to go in the 3rd. 2-0 Dayton to score. Goals by Kimmons and goal by Yu. Shot from the right point. Doesn't get to the goalie, but Fireline sends it in. Sends it high. I believe that's off a deflection in front in the slot. 7:09 left to go in the 3rd. Still 2-0 for Dayton. Dalton watches over towards the right. Fireline closes in. Now Adams on top of it. Sending it across the ice. Augustine. 32 seconds to go on the power play. Intercepted by E. Howard. Now Dayton plays it again. Fireline and Holder now defensively. Slips away from Yu. Towards the right point. E. Howard pushes it forward. But Dayton still maintains possession. It's Jensen. 6:25 to go in the 3rd. 8 seconds to go in this power play. And now here's Jensen. Jensen around the circle. Takes it. Lots of puck hogs awaiting defensively. The power play is done. Here comes a one-timer off the pickup. And that hits off the back of Holder. And now racing forward is Barber. Barber towards the right. I believe that's Hill. So that Krang. And Dalton's got the puck with 6:01 remaining in this match. Dayton 2 and Owensboro 0. First goal since middle of the 2nd period where the puck hogs chowed down into a 2-goal deficit to tie it up. Face off to the left of Dalton. And finally dropped. Under 6 to play as Brands sweeps it. Loose puck. It's Holder. Thought he had the clean hold on it. No pun intended. Brands. Now towards the right corner. Squeezed by Barber, I believe. Has to be Barber because the first number was a 5 and the other two in the 50s are goalies. One of them's out on the ice. One of them started in game number 1. Trolson left hand up. Icing Dayton. 5:27 to go in the 3rd. Still 2-0 Stealth. Coach Dan Morgan leading his Stealth against the Chad Barber Puck Hogs. Chad Barber, the head coach. Assistants are Steve Roberts, Doug Adams, and Jeremy Girton. John Salboom, the assistant for Dayton. 5-on-5 hockey. 5:27 to go in the 3rd. 2-0 for Dayton. Sent in by C. Howard. Wide of C. Howard. Crabtree up front. Trailing is Roberts. Puck heading towards Trolson. Won't get to the end boards as Holder spins it off the stick of Salboom. Unable to slow down and get it. And now racing forward is Wilson. Wilson turning on the Jets off of Dalton. Going wide with under 5 to play in the 3rd. 2-0 Dayton. Crabtree trying to bat it on home. Again, chest level. That would be not high sticking. Right point time for C. Howard as Dalton back up, looking for Wilson. In the neutral zone, Holder's coming back for it. No icing. Holder circles his own cage with 4.5 to play in the 3rd. 2-0 for Dayton. Holder from the left, zigzagging towards the right. Blocked by Augustine. Good defensive stand there by the Stealth. Augustine now left wing. Holder backing up. Adams joining the defensive fray around Holder. And Augustine will play it in the Zamboni corner. Off the defenseman Adams. Augustine back with it. Hill also helping out the cause. Augustine shot off the side of the net. Picked up by Owensboro. Sent around as Kubert on top of it. Trulson will jump on the loose puck. And a stoppage of play with 3:52 to go in the third. Still 2-0 Dayton. You're wondering why it's always T-Burke or Q-Burke or initial this and initial that. Well, and this level of hockey, I'm unable to say the first name. It's a rule somewhere in hockey, so that is why. Here's a shot. Nice save. Trulson point blank on Everard's attempt. So that's why there's initials if there's multiples. Here's Hill from Augustine's touch. 3:35 to go in the third. 2-0 Dayton. Here's an offer. Trulson off the post, off his shoulder. In the reverse order, of course. A nice save by Owensboro. Here's Augustine picking up the loose remains as 5 puck hogs go on the chase. Through the legs of the Bros. That is off Trulson. Back up for Augustine. In front. Bouncing away through the legs of Brubaker. Augustine picks it back up with 3:09 to go in the third. Still 2-0 Dayton. Sent the other side. Here's an offer. Everett tips it away. That puck goes all the way towards the neutral zone. Mackay to Everett now, going backwards. Everett flips it towards the Zamboni corner where the puck hogs will chase and only one member of the Stealth stays on the ice. Everett will stay on there as 4 new members of the Stealth join the fray with 2:40 to go in the third and Dayton leading 2-0. Adams. Jensen slows it down from the point. It's Adams picking it up in front of his goalie. Gets a little underpowered on that pass, but Fireline, a nice vision to pick it up. Fireline left wing, ran into, lost the puck, and Dayton has it with Morgan. 2 1/4 to go in the third now. Here's a blast, and that's off the defender. Here's a breakaway opportunity for Jensen. Jensen takes it, shoots it, save Trulson! And Jensen's second attempt hits off the side of the net. Have I mentioned the goaltending has been great today? Rebound tip for Kimmins, can't make it 2 on the contest. Crabtree trying to shovel it out with 1:52 to go in the third. It's Howard, that's C. Howard rather. Up top looking for Morgan. Kimmins towards the bench. And the newest member of the Stealth is Rogers out on the ice. 1:35 to go in the third, a tumbling at the left point. Jensen blasts it up. Puck sails over him. 2 hogs will have to come back behind the goal line to play defensively. C. Howard almost turns it over to Rogers. Off the left boards. Now for E. Howard. 1 1/4 to go in the third. 2-0 Dayton. Here comes Hayes. It's poked away. I believe Holder poked it. Incoming one-timer is wide and high. As we enter our final minute of this match, Dayton leads Owensboro 2-0. Holder has it, goes towards the neutral zone. Crabtree right in front, sends it towards Dalton. And Dalton shovels the loose puck towards his left, going for Hayes. Salboon trying to help out the cause. Sends it around the corner. Waiting is Rogers on the right wing. Drops it towards the centerman in front. Salboon. Thumbs up from the stripes. It's icing. As Salboon was behind the red line. We'll bring it back in front of Dalton. With 31.9 seconds to go in the third. Like I mentioned, I don't believe I've ever seen a ref give a thumbs up or something like that. And a timeout will be called by Owensboro to discuss what can be done in the last 31.9 seconds of the match. You have to think that the possibility of pulling the goalie for a 6 hog on the ice is possible. That might be a possible thing. Remember, it's icing against Dayton, so the puck will be in front of Dalton and towards his left as you see the puck all the way out there. Well, maybe you see it, but I see it. So a possibility is a 6-on-5 if Coach Barber is willing to roll the dice that way. 2-0 Dayton. Both goals scored in the third period, meaning that Dayton has had 4 periods in a row in this series today. Scoreless hockey against Owensboro. And for the Puck Hogs, you have yet to score in this match. They're talking about how to get 2 quick goals in less than 32 seconds. It's a tough challenge, but it's why you play the game of sport. It looks like Trulson will be staying on the bench. And the sixth hog making it out there is Roberts. 6-on-5, empty net for Owensboro with 31.9 seconds to go in the third as Dayton leads Owensboro 2-0. Face-off, swarmed around. Shoveled away by Augustine. He'll take a tumble. Dalton jumps on the loose puck, and the clock stops at 21.7 seconds to go in the third. Still an empty net for the Hogs. 6-on-5, Roberts stays out there along with Fireline on the defense and Holder. Payne out there, who scored a goal this afternoon against Dayton. Jam job on the shot. Dayton looks for the loose puck. Dalton with the stop. Goes around the corner. Holder, with it with 5 seconds. Flips it towards the left for Payne. Last second, bouncing, and Dayton will win this one against Owensboro 2-0. The series this Saturday is over as Dayton scores 4 goals to Owensboro's 2. Great battles in the first and second, but Dayton comes away with 2 goals. The winner for Kimmons on a rebound, and you with the icing on the cake. Great series between Dayton and Owensboro. A lot of fun to call. And that will do it for this broadcast. We'll come back with the second battle of Dayton Stealth, led by head coach Tony DeRosa and the Athens Bobcats. Up shortly here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports, sponsored by Dayton Children's. Thanks for listening in and watching in to YouTube. We'll bid you a fond, happy Veterans Day.